Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? And it is this evening. Let me straighten this up a little bit. Hold on a second. It is currently 7 p.m. It's like 7 p.m. like on the dot. I guess no, it's like 7:05. 05. It is 5 after 7 on Saturday evening. And I have just been busting out videos today. Alex and I got up and I said, "Are you hungry? Do you want to go to brunch?" And he said, "I'm starving." So we went to Cafe Patachou and we had our favorite server, which is also one of our dear friends. And I got coffee, which was Frangelica flavored. Alex got coffee, which was just the Patachou blend. And then he got the tomato bisque soup, basil bisque soup with a whole bowl of croutons. And then he got the Cuban, which is what he typically gets. I think with like egg whites and avocado and black beans and rice and all kinds of stuff. And pesto, and then he put sriracha on it. And then I got the California Dreamer, which is an omelet that is made with like egg whites, avocado, jalapenos. It's really spicy. And they cut them up really little too, which I love. And then white cheddar. And then I add Gouda to it. And I don't know why, but like the Gouda kind of like firms it up a little bit. And it's like one of the best, it's delicious. It's one of the best omelets I've ever had. And then I got potatoes on the side. It comes with like, this is the same thing I get I switched my omelet up about a month ago, but this is the same thing I've been getting. And I used to get, for a while, I was getting the omelet you can't refuse, take out the bacon, add other stuff. But anyway, I can't even remember what I was adding now. Gouda, something else, I don't remember. Oh, I would add herb cream cheese and horseradish. And that was delicious too. But anyway, so today I got the potatoes. And she was like, "You like them crispy, right?" And I said, "Well, I kind of like them between crispy and just regular." And I said, "Can you put that in there?" She was like, "Yeah." So, and then I usually get a bagel, everything bagel toasted with cream cheese. But today I got cinnamon toast, and it comes in like this little tin. It's really cool, and it's just super cute. It has these little handles on it. It's like 4 pieces of cinnamon toast. I only ate 2. But she was like, "Do you want extra gooey?" And I go, "Of course, I want extra gooey cinnamon toast." So, and then I had a small orange juice. And we had just such a fantastic brunch. It was so fun. And Alex told me about his night last night. He went to Pitbull, and then after Pitbull, they went to the after show at this Club Envy downtown. And he had a really great time. And Melissa's husband was down there for the after show. He went to it. So Alex and Jason like came home together. And I was out here watching Black Summer last night when he came home, and so he was super tired last night from working all day and then going to the doctor's appointment with me and then going to the concert and then going to the after party. He was like, "I'm going straight to bed." And I said, "Okay, I'm going to watch one more episode and then I'm going to go to bed." So, but I think I ended up watching an episode and a half or maybe 2 more episodes. I'm really into that show, Black Summer, about the zombies on Netflix. I'm really conflicted, you guys, I have to tell you, because, you know, there were a few people on here. Let me pull this in just a little bit. Hold on. See, if I pull it in too close, then I feel like I'm like looking up on myself. But if okay. You know, there were a few people. I try to be respectful of everybody that watches my vlog, because I know that there's so many of you that are just like, are daily watchers, and it means so much to me that I try to make everybody happy, honestly. And there were a few people that like said, "You spoil the shows, and you say that you hate when people spoil shows, but you spoil shows by talking about it and whatever." And I've always like tried to talk about a TV show and just give like the minimum details so I don't. And I know for some people, like if you even talk at all about what the show is about, that's like spoiling it for them. And probably at times I've gone too far and shared stuff, but it's not like I'm like, "Oh, and at the end you find out that so-and-so murdered so-and-so." I don't feel like I've ever done that on here. But I'm really conflicted, okay? And let me tell you why. Because before I would get people that would say, oh, I love when you talk about TV shows, and I find so many TV shows through you and whatever. And then I would get a few comments here and there like that, where people, they weren't mean, they were just totally nice comments, but they would say, please don't spoil shows for us, and whatever. And I also got some comments when I would talk about it where people would say, like, I can't stand when you talk about TV shows, like that's where I tune out and I'm bored of it, right? So that was when I decided that I wasn't going to talk about TV shows on here anymore. If I did, I was just going to tell you what I was watching, but I wasn't going to get into discussing what I was talking about. And then when I announced that, there were so many people that were like, do what you want to do. If you want to talk about TV shows, talk about them. This is your vlog. You should be able to talk about what you want to talk about. There were people that were like, start another channel. I'm not going to start another channel just talking about TV shows. I actually even kind of considered it for a little bit. And then I was like, just 6 channels is enough right now. And I'm changing my Peterisms channel over to also have, recovery and sobriety stuff on there. So I don't want to start a 7th channel, talking about movies and TV shows. And like I said, I kind of pondered the idea for a little bit, but just on a tangent, there was this guy that walks in our neighborhood. He's like really nice, older gentleman. He's probably like 80. And Caroline asked him, she was like, how much do you walk every day? Because we see you around here walking. He was like, I walk 5 miles every day. And he's the one that walks with his wife that has the long skirt on. She walks for maybe I don't know, a half an hour with him. But apparently he walks 5 miles a day. I cannot figure out for the life of me his pattern of walking. He sometimes he'll walk down there and then he comes right back and then he walks back again. It's like he walks down, just right in front of 3 condos. And then sometimes he does entire loops. But today I was sitting out here and he walked by. He usually doesn't, he'll, if he looks over, he'll say hi or whatever. But usually he's just, looking at the ground as he's walking. He's, really a mobile 80-year-old. He's very, active and whatever. And so today he walked by. He always has on, shorts and, a polo shirt or whatever. So today he walked by. This is just not too long ago. And I noticed that, I thought in the past maybe he had AirPods on, but I don't think so now. And he was just looking at the ground as he was walking, and I was thinking to myself, what does he think about while he's walking? 5 miles a day is long in our neighborhood, And I was like, I wonder what he thinks about as he walks, because truly you see him out here for an hour and a half, 2 hours walking. I was like, wonder what he thinks about all that time. It probably would do me some good to walk it would definitely do me some good to walk, but for an hour and a half, 2 hours. That was going to be one of my goals in September, and I'm not giving up on it yet. I've started slowly getting into my goals for September. So, but anyway, yeah, I feel kind of conflicted, because then what happened was when I announced that I wasn't going to talk about TV shows and movies and stuff over here anymore, I got so many comments from people that were like, I missed you talking about TV shows. I really enjoyed you talking about TV shows and whatever. And then I was like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should talk about TV shows. I don't know how to talk about TV shows and not give spoilers away when I feel like I'm not giving spoilers away and I don't want to ruin it for people. But I do feel like it's kind of boring for me just to say, well, this is the show that I'm watching. You should go watch it. If somebody said to me, I always tell, Caroline and Tanya, don't give it away, but give me, a 30-second, kind of synopsis of what the show is about. And I think even then, we always kind of, give stuff away. But I don't know what to do, because I do love talking about TV shows and books, Well, when I was reading more. But anyway, last night, I watched the newest episode of 5 Days at Memorial, which is apparently based on a true story. I mean, it's about Hurricane Katrina, but apparently it was written by somebody that was there, and it's based on a true story, and it's about really, well, this was the 6th episode, and see, this is where I don't know if I can talk about it, but it's about the aftermath of what happens when everybody's evacuated and whatever, and so I'm watching it now and it's going in a completely different direction, and I don't really know what to make of it. But that show is just so fantastic and so good. Then Caroline had told me to start watching this show with Steve Carell, who I'm not a huge fan of Steve Carell. I don't dislike him, but I'm just not a huge fan. So I started watching this show last night. It's called The Patient. It's on Hulu. Only 2 episodes are out. It's where they release an episode a week. And it's about this therapist And I mean, I don't know. You see this in the first 2 seconds, and Caroline told me it too, so I'm just going to say it. It's about this therapist that one of his patients locks him up and like keeps him in as a prisoner, and you find out like why. The episodes are a half an hour. Well, they aren't even a half an hour each. They're like, one of them was like 22 minutes each, so they're real fast. The show's really well done. The second episode, which was like, there's only 2 episodes out so far, like ended on such a like spooky moment. I was like, because Caroline was like, this is so good, and I started watching it. I was like, I don't know, like, I mean, yeah, I'll watch it. It's only a half an hour each week, but because she said you might want to wait until everything's out and watch it, because then you can binge watch it. So I watched that, and then I started back in with Black Summer, and I had originally only made it to like halfway through the 4th episode, like when I originally watched it back like 2 years ago, I think it was. We were in Florida whenever I watched it, and so last night I got through the 4th episode and started the 5th episode. I think I'm like halfway through the 5th episode, maybe. I don't know if I finished the 5th episode or if I'm halfway through the 5th episode, but it's good. It's so different than The Walking Dead. Like, if you watch The Walking Dead, you know, was really about, I mean, what I found appealing about The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, and I also, if you love zombie anything, the book series As the World Dies by Rhiannon Frater, who used to have she used to run a podcast about iZombie. You know, I never see her on Twitter anymore, and I followed her on Twitter forever. I wonder if, like, she stopped being on Twitter. But anyway, that book series, it's 3 books. She actually wrote it as one big book, and then she broke it down into 3 books. The last one, I think, is called Siege. But the series is called As the World Dies, and it's 3 books about the zombie apocalypse, and it's about these 2 women that become friends, and they're kind of on the road. But it's very similar to The Walking Dead, where, you know, it's this group of people, and they're just trying to survive, and like, how do they survive, and they come together. And so, like, after a while, it becomes less about the zombies and more about the survival of the people, and, you know, different groups of people out there in the world. Black Summer is very similar to that, but I almost kind of feel like it's done in a more realistic manner. It kind of is really about how there's the turn of the zombie, but there's also like the turn of humanity. Like, people become very scary and very violent, and it's just like the world is completely turned upside down. The show is scary to watch, because I think it's very real, and so far of what I made is like what would really happen if there really was a zombie apocalypse. So the only thing I don't like about it so far is, and I'm sure that it will be explained later on, is that it just starts and you're like 6 months into the zombie apocalypse. They don't explain like what happened to start it. They don't explain anything. And so, like, throughout this show, you'll see somebody die and then they turn into a zombie. I know I'm spoiling the show, but it's a zombie show. You know that you're going to see a zombie turn, right? You'll see the zombie turn, but, like, you don't know, like, what makes them turn. Like, and it's not just because they're bit, because there are people that, there are people that just die and they're not bit that turn. So, and there is conversation, though, about, like, is there still a human being inside and whatever. It's an interesting examination of, I think, all of that. Do you know a little interesting fun fact? So my husband, who is like fearless about, of anything, he is like not scared of anything. The one thing he is scared of is zombies. Like, he's terrified of them. And he was telling me that, like, when he was growing up, like as a little kid in Venezuela, like the whole way that they approach like zombies in South America is completely different, and that they actually like really believe kind of like there's like, they don't really believe like in zombies, but they do believe like that there's the possibility of like, there's a lot of like urban legend around like, so anyway, he's like, he won't watch anything zombies. He won't, when I watch The Walking Dead, he would never watch it with me. Fear the Walking Dead, he won't watch zombie movies, any of that kind of stuff. I can't remember what the movie, I have my phone turned on saved. Let me turn that off. Zombieland, I really liked that movie. I watched 1 and 2. I think we were on a trip somewhere. We were flying somewhere, and I had those downloaded, and I really liked those. Speaking of which, thank you guys for all the support on the doctor's appointment yesterday. That really meant a lot to me. And a lot of people were like, I'm sure you're planning your first trip already. We're thinking about trips. We're thinking about going to Florida just for a couple days. Thinking about possibly going to Las Vegas just for a couple days. And Alex is going to go visit his brother in San Diego at the end of September. He's asked me to come. I'm going to let him do that trip on his own. And then we're thinking about going somewhere because that will coincide with the music festival, and I don't want to go to the music festival, so I'm just going to let him go and have a good time with that. And he hasn't been out there to visit his brother in quite some time, so he'll have a good time with that. But we're thinking about planning a trip over New Year's like we did to Mexico a couple years ago. We don't know where we're going to go. Florida, Mexico, maybe somewhere in the Caribbean. It's going to be somewhere beachy and somewhere warm, but we don't know yet where. I'm trying not to get super excited about being able to go somewhere. The reason why is because my neurologist still has to sign off on it, and I don't know what he's going to say. So, he may say, yeah, completely, I'm fine with that. Or he may say, like, I'd like you to wait a little bit longer or whatever. And he's really the one that's in control. He's like at the head of the team. So, and I respect and follow everything that he says. So we'll go with that. And, yeah, so that is where we're at. And, so anyway, that was what I watched last night on TV. And, oh, I also watched, so Miss Continental, the pageant, is in Chicago this weekend, and this is a pageant I have always wanted to go to. And on Friday night is Miss Continental Elite. On, I could be wrong about this, but I think the definition of that is that they're older. I think it's like a certain age group. That's Friday night. Saturday night is Mr. Continental. So those are the men. And then Sunday night is Miss Continental Plus, and then Monday night is Miss Continental. And I've always wanted to go to this pageant. I've always wanted to go for the whole weekend for this pageant. There was actually a music festival in Chicago that Alex goes to a lot on Labor Day weekend. It's called ARC. And earlier in the week, he was like, do you want to drive up there and we can stay in a hotel and you can go to Miss Continental and I can go to the music festival? And I was like, well, I don't really want to go to this. I don't want to go to Miss Continental on my own, So next year, gonna wrangle some friends together, maybe, and we'll go to Miss Continental. And I was like looking online last night because they were talking about, like, if you follow them on Instagram, Miss Continental, they were talking about like the after party at the Baton Show Lounge, which is this bar in Chicago. It's this drag bar. But anyway, I don't know if they've done this in the past. I don't think they have. And most pageants don't do this. You have to follow like certain people that that are going to be there that do it. But the Continental pageant was actually live streaming a lot of the pageant last night. Like they live streamed like the first 18 minutes of the pageant, which was like the introduction of the formers, which is like my favorite part to watch, because all the former winners come out, and then the introduction of like all of the contestants, and then they name the top 12. They showed that, and then they showed the last 5, and then they showed the crowning. So I got to kind of watch the pageant last night, which was fun. Layla LaRue, she's won a lot of national pageants in the past. She's won National Entertainer of the Year. I think she's won Miss Gay US of A, Miss Gay America, maybe. I don't know. She's won several national pageants. She won. She's a new Miss Continental Elite 2022. And they were, all of them, like, amazing and beautiful. So, I'm not a huge fan of the Mr. Continental fan, or like the Mr. Gay Entertainer of the Year fan. And it's like they come out in Speedos, and then they come out, you know, and they do some talent. It's usually like singing, or they do a dance routine or something like that. I'm not big. I've actually had quite a few friends of mine that have been like Mr. Gay Indiana's, or, you know, Mr. Missouri Continental, or whatever that would, back in the day. This was back in the day, you know, that would compete in these pageants and stuff. And I mean, people take it very seriously, but it's just like, I don't love watching that, so I probably won't watch a lot of it last year, or this year. Although, this is what I was going to say, last year, oh, he does have AirPods in. Well, now he's looking up. I feel like maybe before he didn't have his AirPods in. But anyway, if you guys know who Naysha Lopez is, from RuPaul's Drag Race, Naysha Lopez was also, she's a former Miss Continental. Last year, and it was like this huge deal, right? Was a contestant in the Mr. Gay Continental pageant. So, like, as a guy, came out and competed, and I think was first runner-up in the pageant. So did very well. I don't know. I don't think he's competing this year, so I don't know. But anyway, so I watched that last night. I must stay if you want to follow it, you can follow it. It's Continental Pageantry Systems, and it's on Instagram. I think that's what it's called. Hold on. And it's on Instagram, and they've been live streaming and posting stuff all weekend. It's probably already started because it starts at 6 o'clock. Here it is, Continental Pageantry. And here is this guy right here. He's very handsome, and his name is Travi, and he is the reigning Mr. Gay Continental. And then they listed, like, you can see they listed all the contestants. And then here, you can see they're already posting stuff. Congrats. Oh, here's Layla LaRue. That was her winning last night. They haven't posted that much stuff yet. And this is Juliana Rivera. She won last year Miss Continental. She's gorgeous. And Stasha Sanchez, who competed for years before she won. Are you ready for tonight? I'm ready for tonight. No, I'm not. I really don't care that much about this one, but anywhere. So yeah, so then, and they've been posting like live stuff of all of that. You can go over there and watch it if you want to. So anyway, I'll probably watch some Black Summer tonight, or we'll watch a movie or something together. Maybe some more American Horror Stories. I don't know. I'm going to take a nap here after I get done vlogging and I get this rendered and I start uploading it. It takes like 2 hours to upload now. Well, it takes like a half an hour to an hour to upload, and then it takes like another hour to 2 hours to check. So I'm just like, I start uploading it and then I lay down and take a nap, typically is what I've been doing. So anyway, that was last night. And what else did I do? Hung out with Boo Radley. He was rowdy last night. So this new medicine that he's on, and the food, and I also kind of think his haircut, like, he is like a puppy, like, all over again. Like, he is a puppy. It is crazy. And he's like jumping up on furniture, and like, he would never do that before. He had to be lifted up on everything. He's like jumping up on the couch, jumping up on everything, and running around the backyard. I mean, it really truly is like he's a little puppy again. And I mean, I'm not stupid. I know he's not going to live forever. But to be able to know that he's having some good days in his older years. He's going to be 13 this month. I think the end of September. I have the date. I should know this, shouldn't I? I have the dog's birthdays. Hold on a second. Dogs. Birthdays. Oh my god, that can't be right. His birthday is the 5th. Oh my lord, that's Monday. Boo Radley's birthday is on Monday. We're going to have a little party for him. I'm so excited. So, Boo Radley will be 13 on Monday. Isn't that crazy? Little Boo Radley. I'm glad I looked. I thought it was at the end of the month. Alex and I always think it's at the end of the month. I'm glad I looked. So, oh, there he is. Speak of the devil. Arr, arr. Oh, Alex is taking him out in the backyard. Can hear the sliding glass door. So anyway, after brunch today, because Amazon hadn't delivered his new food yet, and we had one package left. And so we have also started, like, back in the day, we would put like 2 different things down, like on one plate, like the plate's like this big, and we would put like 2 containers of something on there, and he would only eat like 1/4 of it, and then he would cover up the rest of it with his blanket, and he wouldn't eat it. And that was when we were really worried about his food. Well, now with this Royal Canine, I wish I had saved that email so I know who recommended it to me, because if you were the one that recommended it and sent me an email about this, please reach out to me, because I just want to tell you I am so thankful to you. I mean, you literally have like turned it around for us, because Boo Radley loves this food. And so we have been feeding him twice a day. Like yesterday I fed him at like 10, and then I fed him at like 6, and today we fed him when we came home from brunch, which is about 4, and then we're going to feed him again at like 7 or 8. And he just eats it up like that, right? So after brunch, I was like, you know, Amazon hasn't delivered the newest food, so let's go to PetSmart and let's get some new food. So Alex and I went to PetSmart. We looked around at all the Halloween decorations. We decided that Boo Radley wants to be a gorilla this year, so we're going to go there and get the gorilla costume. And we were looking at all kinds of stuff, and Alex was looking at, like, they had like school uniforms, like if he went to a boarding school. Of course that's what Alex like leans towards, because he loves like Gossip Girl. So they had like little like it was like sport coats with like shirts and ties, but they're velcroed over, you know, like they're all together as one piece. And Alex was like, well, I was like, okay, we'll come back for all that, but not today. So we went there to get this Royal Canine. I really didn't think that they would have it there, because like they have very specific different food, but they did. And so I wanted to show you guys what the Royal Canine is. So we have gotten the one that's called like Beauty Skin, and that's the one he loves, but we're also trying this one. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know if he's gonna love it. And it's the aging small petite for 12 plus. So what you do is you just tear this open, and then you just squirt all of this out, and we just put it on a plate. And I mean to tell you, like, he goes crazy. These are expensive though, you guys. Like, I think they're cheaper on Amazon. I didn't take my allergy medicine today. My throat is itching. I don't know how much they are on Amazon. I think for 12 it's like $27, but let me just tell you, at PetSmart they were $2.49 a piece. Like, they were really expensive. So we just bought 1 container of it. I think we got like 12 of them. But I also wanted to show you, because I talk about this so much over here, if you have a hard time with dogs that don't have teeth, or and I need to take these in for Alex because he's going to bring out the Boo in a second, but if they don't have teeth or anything like that, these are the treats that we use that Tanya and our vet recommended, which are the Little Jack small dog training treats. And they're like super soft. We just reach in and give them a handful, but this is what they look like. And look what I found at PetSmart today. These are chicken liver, okay? But look what I found at PetSmart today. PB Nanas, soft treats for dogs, peanut butter and banana flavor, Bill Jacks. I'm so excited. He is going to love these, and they look just like the other ones. Ooh. So anyway, let me go take these inside so that Boo Radley has treats that are already open for, oh, look at the little dog on the back of that. Oh, hi, honey. And then I will be right back to finish the vlog. So here you go. Okay, I'm back. So that was a hard pass on the PB&J nanners. Alex took some out and put him on the floor, and he goes, no. Boo Radley just looked at us like, where are my other treats at? So we gave him some of his other treats. But anyway, so those are the things that we bought at PetSmart. It was so cute. This couple came in, and they had these 2 little dogs. They looked like little corgis or something. And they were in this, they were pushing them in the cart. It was so cute. And I love going into PetSmart when people bring their dogs in there. It's so cute, you know. I wanted to show you This is kind of like a show and tell. I wanted to show you also that I bought this, and this was like $18 or $15. This extra soft, it's by Good Game. Extra soft, I was like, is the battery dying already? I just put a new battery in. Extra soft EVA foam cushion, kneeling pad. I got it in green because I thought that would be fun. And you can get it in blue, light green, dark green, and black. And this is what I'm going to kneel on to, what do you call it? Clean my weeds up out here. Now that I have it, I have no excuse. See? So, a little cool breeze just came through here. It's kind of... I think summer's over. I really do. Hold on a second. I want to see what the weather is supposed to be like the next week. Caroline said it's supposed to be really hot on Monday because we're going to her house for a barbecue at 3 o'clock. Oh, it's 73 right now. That's like really low. Tonight it's supposed to be 67. Thunderstorms in the area. Rain possible around 9:30. Okay. She said it's supposed to be really hot on Monday. It says 77 degrees. Caroline, that is not really hot. 78 tomorrow. 77 on Monday. 77 on Tuesday. Is it? No, all 70s and low 80s, like 81, 83, 80, until the 17th. So I don't know that we're going to have any more pool days. I was saying that to Caroline the other day, and she goes, a pool day to you is 90 degrees and full sun. I go, or she goes, it's 90 degrees, and I go, and full sun. And she goes, why is that? And I was like, just because I like to have those, you know, full. Anyway. So, but it doesn't look like we're going to have any more pool days this year. Pool days this year. Now tonight, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably take a nap for a little bit if Alex is watching a show while I'm rendering this vlog and getting this vlog up. And then I will see if he wants to watch something on TV. Are there any good movies out that we haven't watched? Let's see. I know there's, I don't love funny movies. I know there's that new movie with, I always call him Marky Mark. What's his name? Me Time. It's Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg. And it's about like a boys' weekend or something. What's this movie called? Love in the Villa, pass. There's not like really any movies that I want to see there. Let's see. Let's Google new streaming movies and see what comes out. Some movie with Diane Keaton called Mac and Rita. That looks kind of cute. I love Diane Keaton. Nope. We saw that in the movie theater. I could go for a horror movie tonight. Oh, Elvis. We haven't watched Elvis. Alex could care less about that, I'm sure. Black Phone we just watched. That new Orphan movie. Jurassic Park we saw on my birthday. Prey. I heard that was kind of good. I don't know really anything about that, though, I guess. Oh, No Exit. Did I watch that movie? Yeah, I watched that movie, or part of it. I read that book. The book was so good. I remember I watched the movie now. The movie was really bad. I don't think I ever even finished that movie. The Gray Man. Did anybody watch that on Netflix? I heard that was kind of good. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Like, I heard that was really good. I can hardly read some of these. The Lost City, we watched that. That was kind of cute. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was kind of cute. 9 hours ago, the 24 best movies new to Netflix, HBO Max, Hulu, September 2022. Okay. What to watch? These are like, some of them are old, like The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. Isn't that an older movie? Army of Darkness. These are like old movies. Cat People. I don't know any of these movies. The Ghost in the Darkness. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I'm going to watch that because it's been so long since... Oh, no, I did watch a little bit of it last year because I can remember the guy goes to the hotel and then he gets killed at the hotel or something. I remember watching that. I Saw the Devil. It was a serial killer movie, it says. If Beale Street Could Talk. I heard that was great because of the book. Land of the Dead. Alex won't watch this, so. Set in a post-apocalyptic Pittsburgh ruled with an iron fist by Dennis Hopper in a high-rise apartment. The movie follows an organized zombie assault on the city and the efforts to defend it. I think I would watch that, but Alex wouldn't. Let the Right One In. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. A lot of horror movies like Prince of Darkness, Scarface. You know, I've never seen that movie all the way through. I do remember, though, Michelle Pfeiffer dancing like this in the club scene. That's all I remember. The Silence of the Lambs. I love that movie so much. The Thing. That's another movie I've never seen. Melissa and I actually, when we were going to do our podcast, which we haven't ruled out, we're still thinking about doing it. We're just got to figure out how. That was going to be one of the very first movies that we reviewed, John Carpenter's The Thing, because we had never reviewed it. Or we had never, either one of us, seen it. Oh, Vertigo, the Alfred Hitchcock movie. I love that movie. Videodrome. I don't know anything about that. We're All Going to the World's Fair. That's it. Who'd care about any of those movies? Those movies are stupid. Not to mention that I do have, hold on a second, I'm currently watching 8 TV shows. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Dubai, Canada's Drag Race, RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under, 5 Days at Memorial, Black Summer, and The Patient. And I have 36 TV shows to watch next. Are you ready? The Flight Attendant, Ozark, Grace and Frankie. This is in no specific order, too. The Flight Attendant, Ozark, Grace and Frankie, The Serpent, Is it The Servant? Yeah, so I got that on here, too. The Serpent, Outer Range, Prime, on Prime, Manifest, Squid Game, The Servant, Dope Sick, Archive 81, Beanie Mania, You, Station 11, Looking for Alaska, Stay Close on Netflix, 9 Perfect Strangers, Big Little Lies, Little Fires Everywhere, One of Us is Lying, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Scream, Anatomy of a Scandal, For All Mankind on Apple TV, Surface on Apple TV, P-Valley on Amazon Prime, The Wilds, Behind Her Eyes, Impeachment, American Horror Stories, Keep Breathing. I guess I'm kind of watching American Horror Stories right now, but not really. Keep Breathing, I think that's on Netflix. It is on Netflix. Search Party on HBO, Glitch, The Idol on HBO Max. I don't know when that comes out. Soon, though, I think. You Don't Know Me. That has Dan Levy in it, by the way, The Idol. It's supposed to be really good. You Don't Know Me, Moonhaven on AMC, and The Girl from Plainville. So those are my 36 shows that I need to be watching. So what do you think about that? What do you think about them apples? Alright, you guys. I am going to get off here now. And my neighbor across the street, he came over and he got my mail for me, and I met him halfway. But anyway, I was like, so what do you guys have? I always ask him what they're having for dinner. I was like, what are you having for dinner? And he was like, well, she went out with the girls last night. And he was like, explained the whole process, that if you go to Maggiano's, you get if you get a spaghetti and meatballs or a fettuccine, you can get another one for $5. As if I hadn't been to Maggiano's 5 million times. But I was like, oh yeah, right. And he was like, so I had a $5, what did he say, rotini or something like that. And that was what he was going to have for dinner tonight. He was real excited about that. I said, oh, we always get carry out from Maggiano's. He goes, oh, I've never done that before. He's so nice. So anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, but I was asking him what they were having for dinner. There's somebody that lives on the lake, and they play music in their back patio or something. I thought it was one of these houses on the driveway, but it sounds like it comes across the lake. And they always play it's so funny because it reminds me of if I lived in Florida in some small town, on a coast. because they play stuff like Jimmy Buffett or like Neil Young or like Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young or something. They always play kind of like older music like that, and I just like sit out here and it's like like you can kind of hear it, but it sounds like it's coming from across like the water. It's very cool. Like if there was a boat out on the water and you were sitting at your house in Florida or Michigan or somewhere, you know. But anyway, and it's usually about this time that they start playing. So anyway, I'm going to get off here very quickly tonight. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Saturday. And thank you for hanging out on the patio with me tonight. It's been real nice and real nice. It's been really nice and really fun. And I hope that... Did I say? Yeah, I already said I hope you're having a magically amazing Saturday. And remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but don't tell anyone. And 3, most important, make sure that you reach out to... I almost forgot again. Make sure that you reach out to somebody. It's the most important one. Make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. It could change their day and just really, you know, make them happy if you just texted somebody and said, or called them and said, hey, I just wanted you to know I was thinking of you. So... it's interesting because on my 10-step inventory every day, it says, did you reach out to somebody in recovery? And I always kind of think about that as far as like just reaching out to anybody, you know, in recovery. I mean, and it doesn't have to be in recovery for you guys or whatever, but obviously for me to reach out to somebody and just be like, hey, I was just checking in. Are you doing okay? So, or anybody, you know. And yeah, I think that's it. So I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, maybe hopefully a little bit earlier, same place. And I hope that you're having a good, relaxing, renewing, refreshing, rejuvenating weekend. And let me know what you're doing to relax in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. And for those that need to hear it, and those that want to hear it, and those that just happen to stick around, one more, I love you. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Happy birthday, Lena.